Welcome back to Live and On Cam. If you came to see Cam, you deserve to be on Cam. I have a very, very, very special guest with me. I consider her more of like my friend, but she's a super multifaceted creative. She do everything, whatever you want, she could do it. I'm here with Miss Beijing Yankee. Should I say your real name? Dom.
Yeah.
Dom.janelle. Dom.janelle. Thank you for coming on the platform, bro. How you feeling today?
Thank you. I feel good.
How's everything? How's everything going?
It's been good, actually. But
you're gonna start off with an important question. How is your mental health?
Oh, we getting deep. Which I feel like mental health is a really big thing, and I feel like people bypass it a lot. But my mental health has been rocky. I'm not gonna front. Like, as a creative, I feel like we are always like in the forefront or like in front of a camera and behind the camera talking to people. So
coordinating
it's like,
things.
So it's like not all the time I'm gonna be 100%. Like, some days I might be 40. Some days I might be 70. You know,
it's like good days, bad days.
Yeah, it's like a mixture. You know, sometimes I get creative blocks or whatever. Like,
nobody uses that freaking word, bro. Creative block. Like, writers get writer's block. Us as creatives, we get freaking creative block, bro. Sometimes the idea might not come out how you like it.
And we're like our biggest critics.
Exactly.
So that's for anyone in any field, but like I feel like we're our biggest critics when it comes to like putting work out or anything like that.
So, you know, thank you for sharing how your mental health is. But I hope this was like a little therapy.
It's way better, but yeah.
So just explain to the viewers like what you do creatively, like what you got going on right now.
Okay, so I'm Dom, like you said. I'm a photographer, a clothing brand owner as well, and I do a little bit of everything. I'm repping the brand. I do a little bit of everything, honestly. I also do videography. I started out doing videography before I did photography, and that's what I went to school for. A little graphic design to website building. Like, I used to just dibble and dabble in every little thing, but I'm mainly known for my Beijing Yankee page, my photography page. So yeah.
So a question that I have honestly are, you know, since we're just jumping into you doing photography, and this is a question I had off camera. I was telling her, y'all got a question to ask you. Are all your shoots spontaneous, or are the shoots just like directed? Because a lot of your shoots are very out of the box, like super out of the box, super creative. My favorite one is, it's one of our friends too. She had the rollers in her hair and she had the iron
Shout out
board.
to Jelly.
Shout out to Jelly. That was, for me, that was like, damn, like how did she think about it? And even to the Adidas shoe, I'm a fan of your work, so that's why I'm over here talking about.
It goes
like,
both ways.
Yeah, I respect it, but even with the Adidas shoe, like how like spontaneous are those shoots, and how do you direct them to what you want it to look like?
Oh, I feel like that's a compact question, but most of my shoots are like already pre-planned. I would say the ones that are like kind of spontaneous would be like, for example, if you've seen like the flower one with Jelly too.
Yeah, with Jelly.
Like, that was like my first like ever like really photo shoot. That was spontaneous. You went to the dollar store, got some flowers, like
that's really how it gotta
went in a park and just shot the pictures, and that was it. But the Adidas one, like you brought up, like that was a collab with another photographer. Shout out to McCarter from Brooklyn. But yeah, I met him in a park, and we like, you know, hit it off and stuff like that as creatives. And we literally was like, okay, we want to do something fun. We want to do something like for our brand. And we were inspired by many different photographers in New York too. But like, we were like, okay, bet, let's gather some people. He knew some people, I knew some people, and we just shot it. Make sure that we knew like which like ideas and which, you know, his ideas, my ideas. Make sure we both got it like executed the right way. But yeah.
So how is it working with other photographers, other videographers? Like, you have an idea of what you want to shoot to look like, the lighting, so on and so forth. How is it working with other people that may have a different vision for what the shoot should look like?
I mean, it could be hard. Like, it can definitely be hard, because it's like you never want to lose your idea, or you never want to get your idea like stolen, I guess, in the creative world. But it also is good, because I've heard someone say this before, like, you never want to be the smartest one in the room. And I feel like it's so true because I'm always looking to grow, always looking to learn. Like I was on a set for a music video with my friend Trey, and he had other people there that I never met. And I'm like, okay, who are these people? Like,
that was the Young Devin one, right?
Yeah. He was like, I was like, who are these people? Like I never met them, but I ended up, assistant directing and also helping out with like camera work too. And then they were like, okay, well you're pretty good at camera work, and then they're teaching me things about lighting and like different terms and different things that I can take away from that set. So it's like just good to like also know when to step away or like know when you want to learn as well, because I feel like you could also be blocking yourself sometimes.
Yeah, trying to interject with everybody else, just be more of like teamwork setting. So where did the whole idea of doing photography come from? You said you went to college, you did graphic design, certain things. Like when did photography become like the main thing?
Honestly, it was God.
Big up God. Big up God.
Because I started out doing photography. I'll say this. Of course, God.
Yeah.
But in Mount Vernon, there's City Fest, as some people might know, some people might not. Yeah. But it's just a festival, painting, performances, vendors, stuff like that. And I knew somebody in City Hall that worked. I know a few people, but she was like, hey, like you just graduated, like, oh, I have the, City Fest, like, would you like to do it? Take photos? I'm like, take photos? Yeah. I'm like, I just came out of video production. What you mean?
I ain't touched the camera like that.
What you mean take photos? I took like one photography class. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, you'll be paid, whatever. I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
And
money sounds good.
I'm like, okay, fresh out of college, like, why not take some money too? But I was like, I guess it'll be more experience to build my portfolio, and that's how I think that year, I forgot who it was, but I know I did like Peter Gunn and like different people, different like artists that would be there. And then from there they would tell me like every year for City Fest, like, hey, do you want to do it? Hey, do you want it? So I did City Fest for 4 years, and it was really good. Met a few people in Mount Vernon that do photography too, or just like other artists and stuff like that. But that's like my real start in 2021. Is when I got my start in photography and started to post. So
when did you start doing like your own personal shoots? Or were you doing personal shoots during those times you were doing photography?
No. Y'all, I didn't take photography seriously at all. Like,
so it was nothing creative going on. It was never
like I was just like, okay, this is cool. Like this is like my main.
Throwing you some bread.
Right, and my main goal was film.
Yeah, that's what you.
And I was just like, this photography is cute or whatever, but but from there, like I was like, okay, well, let me maybe start to be consistent. And then people started like, oh hey, like started taking pictures with my friends, really. And they're like, hey, like, are you taking bookings? And I'm like, bookings? Like, what's that? Like, that's a whole new world for me. You know.
You know what's crazy, bro? I feel like that's when you kind of know. I don't want to say like money should be the drive of everything. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But like, as somebody who shoots too, people will see a picture and be like, oh, how much you charge for so-and-so? And I'm like, I don't even do baby showers like that. Like, I never done one. No, and they like, how much for this? How much for the third? And then you trying to make up a price like, what's reasonable for people? So but I need my bread too.
I've literally Googled like how much to start for a baby shower.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I'm like, I don't even know. That's not my area. And I also don't want to undersell myself. But like that goes into, of course, building and stuff like that. But yeah, starting out, I was like, okay, bookings. Like, I guess I should take this serious. Like, So then like 2022 was like when I really was like, okay, let me try and figure this out. Maybe do some shoots by myself. I did like some headshots for people in college a few times. So I was like, I guess I could take this somewhere, and then I just knew that I didn't want to work in video anymore. It was hard. It was a hard battle because I feel like as a woman too in the film industry it can be very difficult. And I was around a lot of guys in the studio.
It was like male dominated.
Yeah, like doing like music videos or just doing like little like studio vlogs. And I'm just like, this is not really my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah, like what
and
then
I was also in college too, so those late nights was like, can't do it that much.
Yeah.
Like, I got an exam the next day,
for real.
So it's like battling with your passion, but also it's like, okay, is this what you really want to do? So then I stopped doing that, and then people started to see like my photos more and wanted to like, okay, like, hey, can you come to do this baby shower? And I'm like, okay, cool. But then that started to get boring for me, so I'm like, okay, I need to switch it up. I need to do something else that's not baby showers or family parties or kind of style.
Yeah, to grab pics or something different.
I'm like, okay, like maybe I should just do my own creative world and build it.
So how do you do you think of ideas for a shoot and you're like, all right, the idea came, because I know a lot of times when you go on Instagram, you'll post a picture of somebody, like I saw the other day you posted like a girl on a truck and you were like, who's down to do a trucker shoot, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, damn, I had to ask myself like, yo, did she just come up with that and then just posted it? Is it like spontaneous, it just happens, or is it like you've been meditating on that topic or that shoot for a while?
It's honestly like a little bit of both, because I also had a professor that would tell us in film school, like film class, screenwriting, he's like, write everything down, like go outside with like a little notebook, walk with it wherever you go, and just observe, you know. And that stuck with me, even though I don't do it as much, but I still have a notebook where I write all my creative ideas down. Whenever I do come up with them, or I'll write them in my phone if I don't got a notebook. But I've had like a few like truck ideas, or like say one that I want to do right now is like a cowgirl idea, like, you know, I'll just write those little small ideas down. But the truck idea, I was literally passing by a block the other day, and I was like, I stopped when I shouldn't be stopping in the middle of the street. But I stopped and I was like, wait, this could be a good photo shoot. And even walking in the city sometimes too, I'd be like, hey, wait, this building look kind of good. Like, but I'm like, why is my brain thinking like that? But I don't ever try to like turn it off in a sense. I just like write it down. Let me just write it down, because more ideas will start coming eventually. Not all the time, but yeah. So
with you saying like going walking through the city, and I'm just thinking about, it's so many photographers in New York City that have a bunch of different styles. They work with a bunch of different clients. Like, what do you feel like makes you stand out from all the plethora of photographers that we have?
Honestly, I have met a few photographers in New York. Some nice, some aren't nice. You know, that's just the industry in general. Not only photo, video too. Yeah,
that's just what we signed up for.
That's just But I'm not doing it for the money. Like, you know, like I don't care. Like even when I started, I was like, okay, I guess bookings. Like I guess I'll take money. You know. But it's like, okay, yeah, I have a talent and I can get paid for it, cool, you know, but I just see the bigger picture and the bigger vision, and I like helping people. I like seeing a smile on people's faces. Like I like executing something and seeing how it can come out in the end.
And make
like,
people
you know,
feel,
make people feel good. You know how many times you be like, oh my gosh, like, I look so beautiful, like what? Like this is me, and I'm like, yes.
That's you, exactly.
It's you know, and I feel like that's the fun part. Like that's what warms my heart. That's what
just creating.
Like I don't even care. Like it's about signing no deal or nothing like that. Like, okay, yes, like you know, I get paid for it. But I think it's
money's
a bigger I think of a bigger like vision for myself, and I also try to incorporate like my culture, where my Caribbean family is from too, like Barbados. So it's like those two things meshing. It's just money's just never been on my mind, like at all. It's
just the creative ideas that you've come up with and try to
I wanna also like bring back like community to photography too, and like just helping other small creatives that didn't have a blueprint and didn't really know like, how do I do this, or like how do I pick up this camera, how do I record, or how do I go to these events, and it's like everyone gatekeeps sometimes too nowadays. So it's kind of harder to like meet people and like have that genuine connection. You know, so
you know what's crazy? I was speaking to another photographer the other day, and because I made a post, and I probably posted it out of like anger. You get what I'm saying? Because you made a good point, bro. A lot of in the creative community, you'll meet some really good people, and you'll meet some people that don't have the best interests for you. Or they may not see you.
Stories.
Like they may not see you for as talented you are. And I made a post about that. And one of my friends who's done the photography, he said, Cam, at the end of the day, not everybody's your friend, but not everybody's your enemy either. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know who to network with, who to work with. And like you said, like you made a good point, is if you know anybody, you gotta trust in God for real, and understand what He wants to do for you. Understand like what's the right. All right, am I supposed to connect with this person? Am I supposed to connect with that person? Because a lot of times, people don't see you how you see yourself. A lot of people, it's a lot of ego in this.
Preach.
It's a lot of ego in this. Like this, like it is so much ego and pride in these creative spaces, and I'm not calling no names, I'm not saying anybody, we're just generally talking.
Generally speaking,
And you gotta understand that, God will put the right people in place for me to succeed.
You get open those right doors.
And always trust
your like intuition or your
exactly.
gut. Like, you feel me? Like when you feel like something's not right, or like a project isn't right, or you just not feeling it, like always listen to that. And I always try to, as a creative, because like you have a lot of outside noise, you feel me, a lot of networking, a lot of people talking to, so it's like if you don't feel like it's for you and you have that feeling, just listen to it all the time. Like, and
it's a lot of people that's gonna give you their opinion and don't do what you do. And don't do what you do at all.
That is so annoying to me. Like, I'm gonna be so real, I don't like that.
Like they'll tell you, oh, well, you could have done this, that, and the third. Well, you don't shoot.
So how you telling me?
How you telling me what to do and you don't shoot? Craziest thing. It's like, what's going on with that? And but we'll go back to this too, cause she from my hood. Like, we 2 for 2. I had Dre Bands on. He's from my hood, and I'm having Dom on from Mount Vernon. And just to talk about Mount Vernon, you did a like, I don't know, it was like a Mount Vernon like advocacy, like how would you describe it? You posted
you mean my,
about
like short film.
Like your short film about Mount Vernon. I didn't mean to disrespect your project, not to say it like that. I was just trying to,
people, I feel like people were just like, oh, I seen this video, I seen this clip. Like, okay, I know what you're talking about. Like, and I know exactly.
That video, I don't know how much views it is now, but I feel like a lot of people, being from Mount Vernon, a lot of people resonated with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, if any Mount Vernon content creator, you've probably seen that video. I'll put the video in the clip, you'll see. But I feel like as a Mount Vernon creative, it gave me a lot of pride because we don't have a lot of like creatives, and we don't have those creative hubs like Manhattan or Brooklyn or Queens may have.
That was literally the purpose of the video. First of all, the video was crazy because as you spoke about spontaneous stuff, like that is the definition of spontaneous because it was literally this guy on TikTok named Adrian. He does like a lot of behind the scene clips, color grading and stuff like that. Really, really helpful. And he was having a contest for like short films, small creators. And I was like, and I was telling our other friend DP, I was like, I don't really know like if I even want to do this or not, because the deadline was coming up and it was like maybe less than a week to shoot it and like submit it, and I was like, like, why not? Like, so I was just doing it out of like my creative challenge and like what I wanted to do. I was like, there's probably 1,000 people, doing this across the country. Who knows if I win? Who knows if I, but why not just step out my comfort zone and do it? So I was like, okay, DP, like, you want to do this? He was like, sure, like, why not? So we literally like hustled, taking photos all over Mount Vernon, taking sounds all over Mount Vernon. I was like, where do you want to meet up? Like, I was at work, he wasn't. Like, it was just different things going on. And then we finally released it, and then of course we didn't win, but it still felt good to just post something. And I wasn't thinking anything of it. Like, I literally just posted it. I was like, well, all right, it's on Instagram. Next day I woke up, it blew up. It did. I said, it definitely blew up. I said, what? It definitely the mayor blew commented and she liked it, and she started following me. I'm like, oh, it's something. So how do you us being from Mount Vernon, very small city. Everybody knows everybody, and I don't want to say it's a lot of creatives, but I feel like there's so many creative people in Mount Vernon, but due to the fact that there's really no light on us yet, a lot of people kind of, they kind of give up when life just happens. Like, I was talking life just be lifing. I was talking to Dre Bands about this the last episode, and he was like, yo, bro, I've been rapping. You see how long he's been rapping for. You get what I'm saying? And just to stick through, like, how do you, wear that, like, have that chip on your shoulder, knowing that, when you go to these events in Brooklyn, Manhattan, we're from a small, most people don't even know where Mount Vernon is. They be like, upstate? Upstate, that's what I'm saying. Next to the Bronx. Right to the Bronx. Thank you. Exactly. Like, how do you feel like, you still hold your weight in those rooms of people that are from, like, boroughs that already have, not saying Mount Vernon doesn't have any culture, but has a current culture right now? Ooh. I mean, that's the main reason why I created the video, because in the back of my mind, even when I do photography now, it's like I want to make a name for myself in Mount Vernon, because I feel like there's people that come from here, but there's people that also don't rep the city. Yes. Because a lot of it's like celebrities or people that stop by, pass through, raised in Mount Vernon or babysat in Mount Vernon.
Only if Mount Vernon is mentioned on the news or like publicly is when people step and say, yo, I'm from here.
I'm from here. And it's like, oh, now you're from here.
Yeah, now you're from here. You get what I'm saying?
So when walking into these events, that's why I always try to remember where it's like, I'm going to rep my city, because we don't have like a Cardi B.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't have a J-Lo or whoever, you know, like from the Bronx that people know, like, oh yeah, bet. Yeah. So I feel like as creatives or small creatives, we need to like keep repping Mount Vernon. You feel me? For like sure. We could describe it next to the Bronx because it is, but we also need to like recognize and like there's talented people here, you feel me? And we need to let that be known when we go to Brooklyn, when we go to these shows or people perform or whatever, like I'm from Mount Vernon, like you know, so that's why I was trying to remember in back of my head.
No, and even with like doing this podcast, like I have to tell myself like I gotta start getting people from my hood on. You get what I'm saying? Just to keep like a culture going. You get what I'm saying? And this is just to all Mount Vernon creatives, like from me to you guys. If y'all want to reach out, bro, reach out. Like for sure, reach out. Get on the show. Work with Dom. Her stuff is amazing right now.
Wherever Cam, y'all. Okay?
Yeah, like up. That's what I'm trying to say.
So be on the show now.
Exactly. Okay? Like, but alright, it's recording. But yeah, work with Dom. Y'all playing. So, what are some other, you know, business ventures or like creative ventures that you have in mind that you want to embark on or revisit?
Like I said in the beginning, clothing brand. Cam was wearing one. It's crazy because I didn't think this hoodie would be so like successful, and that all has to do with like creative doubt and creative, like just being your biggest critic in general. But that is something that I love, and I have stopped it because of photography and just following a different path for like what, you know, God has for me and stuff like that. But that's something I really do want to start up again and get going because I love it. I love like creating clothes. I do. I'm not an artist. I do little sketches here and there. But it's up that and opening like a photo studio will be like my main goal. So to like business ventures. So
would it be like a studio that anybody can access, or would it just be like just your personal studio?
Not really, because I would want to open it. It'll be limited to friends because not everybody could be up in there and turn it up. And like, no, we're not doing that. It's not no lounge.
Exactly.
But I also do want to have it with my friends where we can collab on it. You know, where we might be paying rent together or like just like having that open floor plan so that we're able to like create and just brainstorm and like build, you know, together. So
what are some brands that you would want to like shoot for, or even maybe some photographers that you admire their work?
Oh my gosh, there's so many brands. Oh my gosh. It's crazy enough. I just did a shoot yesterday actually, and it's a soccer shoot, and I showed it to one of my coworkers and they were like, yeah, so when is Nike and Adidas hitting you up? I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah, like, then you cut that check.
And I actually did a shoot with all Adidas, like, you know,
gear.
So it's like, maybe that should be in the works, actually. So I think definitely Nike and Adidas, definitely a company that has like campaigns. Like I love like how Nike does like WNBA stuff too, and just like showcasing that more. So I feel like those two major brands are like on the top of my list.
So what about some upcoming like photographers?
Oh my gosh, there's just so many. Shout out my friend Pics by Marley. Yes.
Pics by Marley.
Who else? I love his work so much. I'm just a fan of my friends. Like I can't. I'm trying to think of everyone else. An Atlanta photographer that just did my shoot, Mr. 201.
Shout out to Mr. 201.
And should I give you another one?
Yeah, one more. The last one.
I'm literally trying to think of everyone's username. I'm like, damn. I'm like, ugh. Okay. What's his name? Is it Joshua Powers? You know what I'm talking about?
Isaiah Powers.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was like trying to remember his username.
He's really dope. Yeah. So where is like, you know, your socials where people could reach you at, emails, website, if they want to get in touch with you?
Bajan Yankee, BAJAN Yankee with 3 E's. And yeah, that's where you can contact me for all my creative input.
Dom, I really appreciate you for coming. I really appreciate you for coming. It's been a long time coming, y'all. We've been really trying to conduct this interview for like the longest time. And she be going through it, I be going through it. Life be life for real. Yeah. So what's some advice you would, before we get off here, what's some advice you would give to like all the upcoming like photographers and just creatives in general?
Gosh. That's hard.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot right now. Okay,
it's gonna be like a long sentence, y'all, so bear with me. But something that I always try to remember for myself is like, be the person that your younger self needed. Like always. Because even I go through that. I'm like, damn, like, oh, this is hard, you know, like different life be life, and like we be saying. But I always try to just remember that. And what else? Oh, listen to your intuition for sure. Like that has helped me out so much on projects, and just like also just pushing yourself, stepping out your comfort zone, like doing stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Like I never saw myself collabing with people, and now I'm like collabing with some people and meeting stylists and different things like that. So
entering different rooms.
Yeah, different rooms. And I never thought I would be doing that, but until I put myself out there with one person at least, you know, and then you build from there. So I feel like those three like little nitty gritty pieces of advice I take with me.
Listen, if you came to see Cam, you deserve to be on Cam. We bring in the best guests. You hear me? We bring in the best guests, the best creative on the platform. More interviews coming. Like, comment, and subscribe.